Hello everybody and welcome to the video where we're going to be discussing the new Infinity Nikki patch. I haven't played it yet, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be like leaving the screen going and playing, and I'm just going to be cutting to my own reactions for when I have something to say. Now, one thing to note is that it is another heat wave in England as I am recording this, and it is absolutely hot as give YouTube censorship some seconds. Okay, we're 32 seconds in. I can start swearing as balls right now. So clothing is entirely optional, hence why I am wearing the least clothed possible attire of mine. I had tried wearing a mini dress beforehand and I realized that having a sleeves was a bit too much. So I changed out of it. Now, the boycott is still ongoing, and I am now a completely free to play player. That being said, the goal of today is to just have fun because patch day, duh. But Infinity Nikki has been crashing on me due to heat before, and it has gotten worse over the time. No other game is doing that. It's just that it is a game that's very taxing and hard to run at the moment, so this is also me kind of holding my fingers crossed that I can actually record a whole patch without just crashing and burning and having my CPU catch fire. And also, another thing to mention before we start and go into the game and the rest of the video begins is this is a very unfortunate typeface for their selection of the patch name. So from this point on, it is a fuck of the wand. I don't care what you call this, but that is not flick. That's the gap between L and I is really questionable. It doesn't say what they want it to say. That is not the typeface that you use here, or the next time when you're making something like this, replace the word. Anyway, onwards we go. Aw, the main menu is so cute. Though I put on some glasses because I realized that seeing might be an advantage in playing video games. I don't hate the theme. I think it's very cute and whimsy. Also, I'm currently drinking like kale, spinach, and broccoli, kiwi, and pear and apple, and vitamin C cocktail. And this is actually really cold from the fridge, so it helps with severe overheating. Okay, I don't like this. I know that it's hard to see what I'm doing, but if I press the button that says perfect guides, it's that little ducky at the bottom of my screen. Like you see where my mouse is? Right here. If I click it, it actually let me show you. It opens this website. I don't like it. I prefer when all of the guides to a game are stored inside the game, and I also don't really like it when your guides include 60-second videos that are mostly like talking about, what is it, outfits? Like, I understand that you probably like went together with influencers in order to like make this happen, and that it is a big deal for people that made all of these videos, but I don't like it because I'm never gonna be using a guide to a game that takes me out of the game. That's just not... It's not even a wiki. Like, at the very least, in some games, like MMOs, they want the people to understand the game better, so they will direct the player outside of the game in order to read more literature about it. At the very least, it's a wiki. I don't really want to watch TikTok version like videos, so that button there. I remember Infinity Nikki having like a tutorial system inside the game. What was wrong with that? Why is there a button now that takes me out of the game. That being said, thank you for maintenance payment. I'll take that. I'm just trying to delete all of the... Let me just show you my UI. I'm trying to get rid of all of the notification bubbles one by one right now, and I decided to start from this screen, which is why I was like, the first thing that I said was, I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't take me out of the game in order to show me information about the game. That's just... I don't like it. I kind of feel a bit bombarded by messages right now, and I'm gonna be ignoring most of them. Because it's very easy to get lost in endless notifications, and it's easier to, instead of just reading about them, just experience them through playing the game, because eventually things just kind of fall
We
into
begin with a
their...
magical encounter between a Cadence-born and a young girl.
I don't think that this one has ever like changed since they released the game, because it's always... it feels like it's always the exact same message. Let me claim everything that a free-to-play player can claim. Now I know that I have a new quest. There's notifications for the store. I had seen the preview for this outside of the game. Yeah, this is the tutorial messages that I was mentioning. This is what the game used to have for a tutorial, and now it takes you to an external side, question mark? That's just a bit weird. But... and this is mostly just a prop, and it's really not my thing. I know that some people are planning to use it as lighting. Now, this one would be okay, but honestly, it's a bit of a weird choice. Would be nice to also have a preview over here, mostly because it's finger paint makeup. And with this one, I'm gonna have very specific thoughts about this one that I'm gonna keep for the other video, because honestly, considering that we had gotten a panda with a sippy cup, a seesaw, and a rocking horse, I don't know whether Infinity Nikki developers think that 3-year-olds play their game, or whether they think that grown adult women enjoy the exact same things as 3-year-olds. So I feel like the game is either trying to call me stupid, or is trying to appeal to children despite this being a gambling game. Both are definitely some choices. Well, thankfully the outfit this time is a 10-piece, and the secondary 4-star outfit is an 8-piece. So maybe we're not gonna see another 11-piece outfit inside the game, so I'm gonna give them that. At the very least, they didn't make the outfit 11-piece, because who wants a pity of 220 pulls? At the very least, 200 pull pity is a bit more reasonable. That being said, it is not necessarily my thing. I can't imagine using this dress absolutely anywhere. And while it is very Barbie-esque, and I appreciate the hat and the wings the most, I am not gonna spend all the currency that I have just because I appreciate the hat and the wings. It is very shiny in-game, I'm gonna give them that. So whoever wants a... I don't know, Barbie-style fairy tale princess sort of vibe, I can so totally understand why people would go for this, because this is just stunning, especially the way that the outfit shines. I would say that the last evolution is a bit questionable for me, just because like this part is pink, which I feel like really stands out. And this is... oh, the glow-up version is pretty not bad, actually. Normally, the glow-up versions feel a bit... I don't know, worse than the regular, like, outfit versions, just because you effectively can claim them for quote-unquote free. All you need to do is glow up the outfit. And then you have Prince Nikki, which I understand some people like really wanted more boyish outfits. But I do know that some people are still like unsatisfied that it has pantaloons that are weirdly shaped instead of just pants. I know that a lot of women just want some pants. Honestly, if we never had blooming dreams, I would be so tempted right now. Like, you look at the shiny and you're like, I feel kind of bad that I'm not gonna have the shiny because, yeah, the wings are really impressive. The hat is really cool. It looks a lot better in game than I expected it to from all of the previews. But the next patch, the Blooming Dreams are gonna be returning, and it's the first outfit that this game effectively released. First 5-star outfit. It only ran for like 2 weeks, hence why majority of the population did not get it. And it's also a fairy outfit. And if I remember correctly, it's a floating outfit. Well, this one is like an AoE grooming outfit. I want the floating fairy more. And as I can't have both, choices have to be made. If I had infinite currency in this game, or if the outfits were significantly cheaper, a lot more lax choices would be getting made. But as it stands, that's not the case. So lines need to be drawn. So we're just gonna be enjoying our own outfits that we have. You know what? Why don't I switch up my outfit just so that I get to feel a little bit better? God, Timeless Melody dies weird. I was just gonna pick a color and I was like, hey, maybe we should like use the dyeing feature to like switch up the dress so that I can feel a lot more fresh. But this is what happens when you apply gray. That's not gray, that's like deep purple, and that's how all of this goes. It goes into a really bizarre territory of a color that is definitely not the color that you have selected on this dye thing. So I am so not gonna be using it. So we're just gonna be blue. I'm putting this out there, even though it's not like this patch's feature. It's just, it's a thing that they haven't fixed yet, and it's getting on my nerves. I would love to be able to use the dye feature, but when the dye is a bit of a funky overlay, it's hard to do. We look cute. I had to turn down the settings a little bit, so we look less cute than normal, but we look cute. And we can walk around with this if we want to. This is a bit more lax. I've been using that since I've got that outfit. Then, ooh, yeah. We can also be a mermaid. And this was my most recent dress that I got, which is off the permanent banner. So I don't know, maybe I should try running around with this because I haven't. And I feel so, I don't know, romantic with it. It's such a romantic dress. Collection things is reminding me that Starlit Shop is a thing. I've saved up some of the currency, so we may as well just get something now. Honestly, these two are not bad. I know that it's like a 3-star free item. Well, it's not free as you still have to technically like spend limited currency, but it's not bad. I am very not too sure about my ability to get more of this currency because it is in the new daily area, and the new daily area is the most likely to overheat my computer. In general, if I can avoid it, I do avoid it. And I always get limited store first, so let me just quickly grab it. And that nets me a free pearl necklace. Honestly, this outfit is kind of nice. I might actually use it. that reminds me that the store probably has reset too. Okay, so this one is really not my jam. With this one, I kind of really like the hat and the skirt, but I kind of got burned with store purchases before, so like I don't know whether this is a singular dress or whether it is a dress and a top. And if I'm gonna stay free to play, this currency that I used to collect from my monthlies will no longer increase, so I am a lot more picky what I get with it and what I don't. I feel like my brain is damaged from playing housing in other games because I'm like, cool flowers, I want this as my house decoration, entirely forgetting that Nikki is homeless.
I want to play. Let me jump up and see if this giant Barasant clucks.
Oh, Momo is so cute. I would actually buy all of the playground equipment if it was Momo that can play on it. He seems like the kind of character that would play on it.
So strange. It sounds like a Barasant, but also like someone's toes being stepped on while having 2 seed pearls squeezed in their throat.
That is such a, like, a specific description, Nikki. How do you know what that sounds like? No, the vendors had nothing new for the event. You can't do this to me, game. You can't just throw an event and keep all the vendors stocked with the same shit. I want new shit. I want new things, goddammit. The game just informed me that I get special stuff if I jump on its giant chicken, so I'm gonna satisfy whatever fetish the game has right now and jump on its giant chicken. Because I swear some developer was all like, I really want to see girls jump on my giant chicken. Is this a decent noise for a chicken? I can't really decide if this sounds more like a moan or... God damn it, I really wish I could set my graphics settings back to ultra. Okay, patch is over. I'm just gonna continue doing this for the rest of my life. This is oddly satisfying. It's not like amazingly interactive, but I don't know, there's something about hitting giant chickens on their stomachs. Now, mind you, for some reason, this counts as an activity that they're gonna give me currency for. I don't mind, but it was literally just jump on a giant chicken. It's not like a quest or like a it was literally jump on a giant chicken. It's like if somebody ran out of money while designing a festival, so instead of like designing something that's actually really interactive, they're like, and for your next side activity, you get to jump on a giant chicken! Yay! Come on, do the noise! Oh! Now that I claimed my gems, chicken went to perma sleep. I killed the giant chicken. Don't feel good about that. I was enjoying it when it was making the noise. Now it doesn't anymore, so I need to do noise manually, and it just sounds like moaning.
Some old man is making the sound.
Oh god, Momo, that is not an old man. That is a man, yes, but this is not the kind of age range that I would consider to be old.
Oh, little girl, have you seen a few filthy-looking Barasants around? They keep darting all over the place.
Okay, Nikki is not at the age range that I would assume to be a little girl either.
Now that you mention it, you two do seem kind of familiar. I know! You must be the legendary grooming queen Nikki. The kids say wherever you go, not a speck of dirt is left behind.
Grooming queen and kids say in one sentence just doesn't... It feels like you could have selected a different choice of words.
We can't let it knock it to the kids. I've got to go and... Oh, my back! Oh.
Mr. Caleb, you should get some rest. Leave capturing that Barasant to me and Momo.
Okay, I'm chasing after a pink chicken that talks, and this 30-year-old guy just broke his back because he's that old. Yeah, I feel like this game is discriminating against me now. Oh right, I completely forgot that they introduced the glow-up rewards for Kilo's dresses as well, so actually I can make a fairy outfit. Okay, not gonna lie, I am impressed with how many fake socks I have. And a lot of this is just body bejeweling, but I do really appreciate the fact that I have them, because these bejeweled accessories go so well with, like, so many things. Provided that these still look the same in the overworld. Looks similar enough. Okay, we got a fairy at home. Let's go. This is our fairy at home. We're gonna get wings next month. I want something pink to go with myself for Momo, and all I have is this. Screw it, Momo, you can wear whatever this is. So a chicken has invited me into a styling challenge. Do I press the recommend button or not? God damn it. I don't want to compete like that. This is only a story challenge. I'm sure I can pass with whatever clothes I'm currently wearing. It's 38,000 in styling score. That's not too bad. It will do. It will do. It will definitely do. As long as I don't need to compete with whatever kind of nonsense clothes it pulls from my wardrobe. I can see enough of that. Inside the Mirror Crown challenges. 56,000, more than enough. I get to pass without looking like a clown. You know, it's kind of weird. The whole story so far is that this is a chicken fairy that comes from Dreamwell. Stonewill is known for making wishes. We have wish sprites that are known for taking care of and eating nice wishes. They have a god. Why did we need to involve a location that nobody can go to? A being that will no longer exist after this little festival is over? And fairies when we have wish sprites? I am so confused by the decision making to throw something in that will immediately go away that doesn't really tie to existing lore when you had like pretty fine lore to go off of. To be fair, Wishfield is known for making wishes to the now I'm saying fairy sprites, goddammit, to the wish sprites. Stonewill mostly has a relationship with very unlucky beings that are created through people's strong wishes getting imbued into their clothes. So perhaps not the best location for a wish-based storyline, but did we really need to pull in fairies when they're gonna be gone in like, what, 26 days? Whatever the patch cycle is?
But then...
I'm gonna groom this chicken. I can't believe that I could groom a story-important chicken and it doesn't even give a unique resource. It just gives the same resource as all the other chickens. Also, this chicken just told me that because I am such a magical creature, my magic never runs out, so as long as I get a wand, I can cast a banishing spell on a sheep. I think that's what the chicken wants me to do, but... God damn it, storyline, don't throw in such things at me, because this means that as long as Infinity Nikki has a wand, she is an unstoppable magician. Are you gonna take your wand away from me? Are we just like never gonna mention this ever again after the storyline? Because I feel like we're just never gonna mention this ever again after the storyline, and that is such a shame because from what I understand, my magic is infinite. I can literally do whatever the shit you want. You can't like give me such power and then say, and then Nikki never uses it ever again. Well, this patch so far is feeling more of a filler patch even than the 1.4 long Momo's patch, but God, I love Stonewill's music. Game, don't just stop the moment I say this. And post. There we go. We have commemorated the fact that we're having a patch. We can move on now. So... I need to fix the wand that belongs to the chicken so that they can defeat a sheep. Part of the wand is fixed through getting a heartfelt thank you. And as there's currently a festival happening in Stonewill, there are a lot of children that you can make happy that will give you a heartfelt thank you. The other part of the wand is fixed by finding a fruit tree. Where do you think the game sent me? That's right, to the fruit tree. Why would I want to interact with the festival in Stonewill? God damn it, yeah, I want some Stonewill content. I don't care about fruit tree content. Fruit tree content isn't content. Well, it is. It involves fruit trees. But what I mean is, there's a festival happening in that direction. I want to see it.
Looking like a tree is the most important part of being a tree.
Thank you for your wisdom, game. I will remember this out of context quote for forever. Looking like a tree is the most important part of being the tree. Ah, and I feel like I immediately misquoted it. A tree, not the tree. Looking like a tree is the most important part of being a tree. Never mind, I actually kinda am enjoying this tree, to be fair, but honestly, when you told me that there is a festival in Stonewill, I expected more festivaling in Stonewill rather than frolicking on the hills next to it. So the tree wants a photo of itself to know if it still looks like a tree and looks like the right tree, so I'm taking this as Nikki can be in the photo too, and I am applying filters, which I am assuming is gonna be very, very unhelpful for the tree to determine if it's still looking as itself, considering that the gamma of the picture is gonna be completely thrown off. Okay, so just for the sake of this tree, I also placed some stickers onto the photos so that the tree can have some help in determining whether it looks like a tree or not. I'm assuming it's gonna be very helpful for the tree, that is. There you go, tree. Have the one with the stickers.
Ah, thank the great fairy. I look pretty good. Much better than those ugly, scraggly trees all around me.
God damn it, the tree has a type.
That's right. You look like a tree.
Nikki, don't agree with the other tree shaming. God damn it, my NPC fell through the floor. What is the highest number this thing can reach, do you think? I'm pretty sure I should be relogging right now, but... Instead, I'm just gonna go and use the bathroom and come back and see if the number's still going up. I'm very interested with how deep it can fall. Okay, so at some point while I was gone, it wrapped back around and it's just... It says that it's here, but it is gone, so let's just try to relog. Hey! My chicken's back! So the game actually wants me to do both helping the kids and talking to the tree bit, so the chicken and the rock are just kind of being useless in their own story, which is fine. I'm very, very used to it. Nikki and the chicken just had a conversation about how children are easy to exploit for gratitude because they will feel grateful for the smallest things, even if you help them like unravel a little piece of candy. But while that conversation was happening, the only thing that I could think of is that I saw these teacups inside like the back of my vision. Okay, this is weird. Instead of getting to sit in a teacup, I get to sit on top of a teacup. Is there any button to press in here, or...? No, the teacup is less interactive than the friggin'... How's it called? Than the chicken? So, okay, there is a button for writing it. Oh, it flies. And beeps. And spins. So this is like the fireworks caravan horse ride, except inside this teacup. Much excitement, very yay. Anyway, I did that because I kinda... First of all, I wanted to know what it is. Secondly, I wanted my 40 diamonds. And 30 diamonds, apparently. Because this one had 2. I didn't even realize that I was experiencing a top spin seat. Legs, belly, head. You can do that. You can do legs, belly, head. Let's try it. Look, if you're gonna... Oh! So that was what it was. The chicken doesn't make funky noises in the middle of the night, which I don't get. Okay, maybe people need to sleep. Okay, I did it. I'm the most chicken of them all. Give me diamonds. Thank you very much. You have no idea how strong is my desire to pull right now. Cause I'm all like, maybe I could land wings. And then I remember, gambler, no gambling. If we end up gambling in here, we're definitely having a gambling addiction issues.
Bouncy bunnies look best. Bearsons are animals.
Okay, I have some dice to get for the children. You know what? Patch only comes once a month. And they're gonna give me like 80 currency in total throughout the whole patch. Well, that's the whole patch worth, including like the dailies. So, how about we do 120 pull? For one thing, I'm gonna get some makeup, but secondly, it's gonna... Let's look at all the items, right? We have a chance to land socks, which I would be happy about the least. Tacky shoes. Funny hat. A really tacky necklace. Some really tacky gloves. And honestly, if we manage to secure gloves, necklace, hat, shoes, or wings, I will be happy with it. Here's the gambling. I don't want the hair nor the dress, but honestly, these ones have the least amount of chance of happening, so this is a 10 pull, which means that we're gonna skip all, and we got the top for the princess outfit. Really don't care about the least, and yep, just as expected, you don't get anything from a 10 pull because the soft pity is kicking in at about 18th and 19th roll. So this is the pull that matters, and I only get one. Oh god damn it. Okay. Fair enough. We gambled and lost. Let's see if we can use it. Because we might as well. I would have honestly really liked the tacky necklace instead. I feel like I have a lot of hair accessories as it is. It doesn't go too badly with my outfits. So, could have been better. I could have gotten tacky gloves, tacky necklace, or tacky gloves, tacky necklace. I think that was all that was tacky. I could have gotten a silly hat or some wings. I would have loved that. But free-to-play life in here. And honestly, if we draw any more than that, I will start losing out severely on what I can get in upcoming patches. So let's not do that. Do I want stars on my face or do I want pink eyes? I use red eyes and yellow eyes the most. But I think I'm okay with my makeup, honestly. So let's get some eyeballs. It's my favorite thing to get. Let's just get some eyeballs. Can we wear my eyeballs? Can we see what wearing those eyeballs looks like? Ah, very eyes. I feel like currently I'm wearing my favorite lipstick and these eyeballs don't quite go with it as much as these eyeballs do. So as always, I'm gonna continue pulling eyeballs, but then like use only 2 of them. Which is my own problem to solve.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Alright, for the first one, watch my arms. Flap, flap!
Oh god damn it. I'm playing charades with a guy that wants me to guess a chicken.
That flapping looks just like Luluco. Oh, it's a Barasant.
Great observation. That's correct. Now look at this. I'm hopping. Hop.
I got it. A big-eared creature that hops around. It's a blush bunny.
That's right. You know a lot about animals. Congrats. You guessed correctly both times in my charades quiz.
God, that felt like my intelligence was leaking out of my eyeballs.
Here's your prize. Special Playful Hearts Day die. Enjoy the day.
You know that there's a guy? Well, unless you have played this game, you wouldn't know that there's a guy. But like this guy, he travels around areas. And when you find him, he'll ask you questions about the area to just check how observant you are. Normally these questions will be like, how many statues there were at this place? And you have to kind of go back and count. Because oftentimes you're not observant, so you just kind of overlook things. I prefer that guy. I hate how there's two children and they're fighting over what they want to paint onto the chicken. One of them wants to paint the prince, the other one wants to paint the bouncy bunny. If I was the adult in this situation, I would be like, Prince riding a bouncy bunny, Prince carrying a bouncy bunny. Like, there is like a in between these two answers, but no, Nikki is just like, pick a side. You can't be a fence sitter. Okay, well, painting a bunny.
A bouncy bunny would look super cute.
Honestly, this child's painting is pretty shit, and I can't even see a bunny on it, so let's move on. Okay, now they want me to take a picture with this. But I shit you not, these children, I have like the shittiest painting skills. Is that the bunny? That must be the bunny. Okay, do I have any offensive poses that I can use? There we go. Let's go with Angry Nikki. It just looks like you put graffiti on it, dude. It's not gonna lie. Oh, god damn it. They want it to be a group photo? Really? Y'all ain't even facing in the right direction. How am I supposed to do this? I will go with this is it. Is this it, rather, I suppose? But you can't even see it from all the way over here.
Oh, I can feel the flow of magic. Looks like we've gathered enough heartfelt essence. Huh, Nikki, check if the fairy wand is fixed.
That's wonderful, Luluco.
Great job, Fairy Nikki. Now we can...
Hey, look, kids, it's the outfit preview. You can buy this with money. You know, considering that I painted a giant bunny onto that thing and not a prince, I would have loved if Nikki just transformed into a bunny instead.
Is this Nikki's magic? Amazing!
She momentarily transforms into a character from a book and then erases your book for good measure. Amazing!
Just now, the fairy one seemed to resonate with Finn's book.
Oh, great fairy! That means the book that child is holding must be an incredibly powerful magic book.
Magic book?
That's right. These floating objects are all influenced by that book. We can't let this cause more trouble. Fairy Nikki, please help stop the spell. I'll check everywhere else for any more dangers. She flapped her wings and flew off.
Nikki, your Barasant just ran off. Nikki, were you just talking to that Barasant? What kind of magic is this?
Okay, so first of all, Momo saw a chicken jump off a platform and was like, it flew off. No, Momo, it fell to its floor, probably to its death. Then again, nobody seems to take fall damage in this world, so maybe that's okay. Secondly, the kids just saw me talk to a wild animal and they're assuming that I'm magical instead of being high. Oh, the very, very nice innocence of childhood. Aww, it seems that what we would been dealing with the whole time might have just been a fairy tale characters from a children's book, which is kinda cute. Also means that somebody's extra magical in this place, or somebody's losing their marbles, or perhaps we're losing our marbles, considering that we're talking to chickens. But other than that, really cute. I wish we could get Shiogorath in here. I just transformed a talking rock into a carriage. And I'm off to fight a sheep with a chicken.
Okay.
And they only exist inside of fairy tale books. Okay, I am kind of interested in how the story will finish. Can I just infinitely groom this chicken? Nah. It seems that it's once per login? Question mark?
Stonehead seems to have the Slumber Sheep's magical aura lingering on it. Let's check it out.
I'm interested in how the story ends because I'm wondering what are the storybook characters even doing outside of the book.
Petrified by the Slumber Sheep's magic.
Oh god, I just opened the most disappointing chest ever. 5 diamonds. Those chests used to be like 10 diamonds. Yep, 5 again. That's interesting. I suppose new chests from now on will only give 5? There has been a chest nerf? Honestly, I'm confused as to why. They could have just like placed 4 chests in the whole thing? Instead of nerfing how much thing a singular chest gives? Like, come on, man! I mean, big chests used to be like 20. But these are not big chests, so I'm like, 10 seems appropriate. But no, the game is like, ha ha ha, no chest money for you. Well, some chest money for me. Just not the amount of chest money that I want. Or am I misremembering? Somebody else that also plays Infinity Nikki, please tell me. How much does chests normally give? If I could just stand on this, and I could just like double hop onto the barrier of the maze. You don't want me to do that. I mean, understandable. But also, would have made my life easier. So I want to do that.
Look, it's Barnaby! Ah, it's the Slumber Sheep! Fairy Nikki, focus all your magic into the fairy wand!
Watch me.
No, I'm not even gonna get a boss fight with a sheep. Really?
It's time!
It's just cutscene Nikki. Because I found the sheep and it immediately went to a cutscene and it showed me the outfit that's currently on the store. Cool. Only found 6 out of 9 chests. But at the same time, I am a bit sweltering in here, so I didn't quite wanna stay on fire. I'm okay with this. It's good enough. I did good enough. Oh boy, I wish this game was better optimized so that I don't need to literally set myself on fire in order to play it. And set my room on fire.
That was...
Oh, this is...
Are you okay, Barnaby? Are you hurt?
I think I had a very long dream. What happened?
Oh, so this is the devil baby that keeps on dreaming things into reality. That's nice.
Far away in Dreamvale, there is a girl, and her name is Luluco. She wanted to be a fairy, bringing happiness to others. But her path was fraught with difficulty. One day, she arrived in a magical land and met the most powerful fairy she had ever seen. The pink-haired fairy with her cat messenger called upon her old friends, igniting hope. She gathered heartfelt essence and repaired the fairy wand. They raced through the skies, soaring over clouds and endless horizons. On they continued. They subdued mischievous monsters and even woke a sleeping prince. As they parted, the pink-haired fairy's powerful and heartfelt blessing infused the fairy wand with boundless magic. And Luluco finally became the fairy she'd always dreamed of. Her adventure continued, but she would never forget her pink-haired friend who created a miracle.
So, story characters came from a
Story
book
in the book has become Miss Nikki and Luluco's story.
because Barnaby touched one of probably infected wish bottles. Mind you, his parents were so negligent that the boy fell into a coma for days and nobody even noticed. They would be like, well, one less mouth to feed, or some shit, probably. Now, we helped the fairy tale characters defeat an evil sheep through a cutscene, no less. But the wand has gotten broken, and they sapped all of their magic. But before we could fix it, the book has pulled them back into the book again because, presumably, we woke this kid up and we helped him somehow. I guess he'll now have more self-esteem to run away from his home more and spend more time with his friends. This is a 50-50 chance of becoming a delinquent, but you know, you gotta roll those odds in life. When your parents don't care about you enough to not even check up on your well-being when you have been missing for days, maybe being a street kid is actually the better story. And after being sucked back into the book characters that have been trying so hard to become a real fairy through their own efforts just got a gift from Nikki of boundless magic, entirely undercutting their character development. I mean, I'm glad that I saved the child, but I feel like I entirely ruined the story.
Were you just talking to a Barasant? That Barasant kept going coo-coo-coo-coo-coo, and then coo-coo-coo-coo-coo, and it even glowed. Then, whoosh, it disappeared.
Okay, having another kid tell me back the sequence of events is actually a lot more funnier. I wish I could have seen this whole thing from his perspective.
Barnaby, when did you learn the Barasant language? I want to learn it too. Well, also, didn't you say Luluco came to the real world? Why did you call that Barasant Luluco then?
You're not gonna tell me that Barasant's name is Luluco, are you?
Actually... Oh, I get
Oh
it.
no, that kid's gonna get teased now.
What is it?
This must be Miss Nikki and Barnaby's Playful Hearts program, a Dreamville Tales stage play. Miss Nikki, your acting was amazing! You were so into it, even with a Barasant. It was all just so touching.
But how did the Barasant end up in the book? Did Miss Nikki do that?
It's obviously a special effect Miss Nikki prepared. Nikki used her whim to make the performance even more exciting.
So that's why you disappeared for so long, Barnaby. You were preparing for this. Darn it, I can't be upstaged. Finelli, let's do a story about the Great Fairy and the Princess.
I forgot. They can't understand what Luluco says. Miss Nikki, this book, please take it. It's a record of your epic adventures with Luluco. It's one of a kind and you deserve to have it.
But I feel like I just ruined the book.
Also, everyone made it through safely thanks to you, Miss Nikki. I just realized that Luluco and Pepetta were just like Nikki and me. They're always there for each other, ready to face any adventure.
Now Luluco and Pepetto are continuing their adventure, and Momo and I will continue ours. Barnaby, you need to continue your adventure too.
Yeah, I'll keep going.
Barnaby, where did you find a Barasant that can act? I want one too.
Me too, me too.
Well, that was harmless. And I can craft the wand. Now, I don't necessarily want to, but I can. So, there is always that. I mean, this patch still has some side activities, like little questy poos that I can do. And I will be doing them a bit later on my own. Because honestly, right now, I am cooking, my computer's cooking, everything is cooking. We're all nice, one big stewed mess, and my room is a sauna. Which I am not appreciating. At some point, my own skin will start running from my bones, and I will end up looking like a spooky, scary skeleton. And that's not gonna be very, very good. And Infinity Nikki is very demanding to run on anyone's hardware. If they're gonna be porting it to Mac, I'm not entirely sure how they're gonna do it. So, you know, that's on them, considering that it can't run fine on PS5 mobile nor PC devices. I wish that they could optimize this game a bit more, because I like not turning into a stew during the summer, and I would love to be able to play on ultra settings again. These settings are now high, but I'll have to get used to high if I want to keep a healthy CPU existing. And I do. I honestly do want to keep a healthy CPU existing, so we'll just have to make do. We'll have to make do. In general, let me just check how long I've been going for. Nearly 3 hours, so this isn't too dissimilar of a story length from patch 1.4, which was the long Momo's celebration. It's okay, I guess. I feel like if I was to rank patches, then the fireworks aisle was the most full. Serenity Island from 1.5 comes second, but it comes second because of other things that were included into the patch cycle that really did not belong there, and just how broken the game has become off it because of it. If all of the problems weren't there, if a whole bunch of changes weren't taking place, Serenity Island by itself would have been close to Fireworks Island. It would have just been fine. Like, it would have been a perfectly good patch. After that, I would put the Spooky Season, which was 1.3. The story inside the Spooky Season, honestly, about this length. It wasn't super long. It was not a lot of content, but it was really nicely themed content. Like, the theme was strong, a whole bunch of people were taking pictures, and those pictures were kind of really pretty. I loved what was on offer at that point, which is why I still have Timeless Melody as, like, one of my slots, though I'm kind of satisfied with the fairy outfit that we made today. But let's switch to... There we go. Little Timeless Melody. I also have it in pink. And pink is absolutely stunning. But so is blue. So is other colors. Timeless Melody just looks good as a dress, in my opinion. But let's go back to the fairy outfit that we made. Kind of disappointed that was my 20 pull, but I'm not gonna waste any more resources on it because I need my resources for further patches. Honestly, I'm gonna be licking the side content clean as I always do, and that's probably gonna take me another day because there's still like small side questy poos around. If possible, I would love to get to a 10 pull on the permanent banner, just because I then would complete the do 30 pulls thing from the journey, which would grant me more resources, like resonate 30 times. So I don't know how feasible that is, because currently I am at 5. If the patch cycle ends in... There's normally like a timer here, 24 days. That is gonna be next month, which means that I will be able to claim my free blue crystals, so I will be able to do a 10 pull in there. Never mind. I can still, I can make that. I can make that during the patch cycle. And that will be it. It is, it's definitely a filler patch. It's a short patch. It's okay for it to be a filler patch, I guess. I don't know what I was expecting. I guess when they told me that there was like a celebration in Stonewill, I expected something more celebratory in Stonewill. I don't know. It felt really weird to be doing a quest about a chicken that wants to be fighting a sheep. The only thing that's making me think about the Stonewill celebrations is the fact that there's a decor of a giant chicken in here, so... I feel like the Stonewill did not receive the party that it deserved. I feel like if there was to be a celebration in Stonewill, it could have been more celebratory than this. We do have a squeezy chicken though, so there's that. I feel like majority of this focused not on Stonewill, which would be my biggest complaint about it. Like, you host it in Stonewill and then not focus it on Stonewill. That's a bit, you know. Which is kind of why it's reminding me of 1.4 patch, why it's reminding me of the Long Momo patch. That patch also kind of felt empty. Like, there was the story, and it was okay, and there were some decorations in like a very short radius, that's the word, around the place where it was taking place, but it felt empty. And at that point, people were okay with it because 1.5 was supposed to be like a really major patch. And they have cocked it up a lot. I feel like I would be entirely fine with this. Like, this patch is fine. If I knew that they were using the time that could have went into this patch to fix the problems that people have with the game. Like the dye system being expensive, like dice not dyeing equipment properly because it's just an overlay. The whole 11-piece suits story retcon, bugs. If they just worked on optimization for like a month, I would be like, yeah, this is fine. You're telling me that my computer will not be turning into a superheated soup every single time I play? Well, that's fine. That would be fine with me. So, the thing is, currently I have no idea what they're doing or where they're going. But this feels like a small little stall for time. Which is fine. But I think I would really love to know where the company is going with this and what they're doing. Like, if they said major story progression in 2.0, or here's what we're trying to address right now, if I had that, I think this would be fine. For now, it's 6 out of 10, it's a patch. That's my verdict. It is fun for a couple of hours if you're gonna just log in and not take it seriously. Though don't get a gambling addiction, kids. I wasted 20 pulls, but I kind of knew what I was doing. And I mean, I wasted 20 pulls. So it's not like that is super a lot. But I know that some people on subreddits were saying that they have spent such an unrealistic amount of money on this game that they're gonna stop playing it entirely because it's harmful to their bank account, it is harmful to their mental health, it is harmful to their real life relationships, so don't turn like that. And also something in that direction to consider is the people that are Infold's influencers. The people that are inside the creators program, I do significantly hope that Infold gives them quite a lot of resources. Not like just 10 or 20 pulls. Because to make up $400, you would need at least 200,000 views on YouTube. So if they're making videos where they're pulling on every single banner, these people are either doing it out of pocket and are making themselves poor through the process of doing so, or Infold is compensating them quite a lot. So I hope that Infold is compensating quite a lot. But I feel like this is a rant that's now neither here nor there. It was an enjoyable, kind of chill experience. Confused me a little because like I expected something else. I expected it to be focused on Stonewill rather than a chicken and a sheep. Also, if you're gonna tell me that there's gonna be a boss fight, at the very least, like, let me fight the boss, I guess? So, final verdict, 6 out of 10. It's a patch! I do have a couple more opinions to give about Infinity Nikki. They're not extremely positive. I'm sorry. I feel there's a couple of quibble nibbles that I want to talk about. So those will be done in their own separate video. But we also have to account for the fact that this patch is only like 24 days long. So 24 days later, I will once again have content to do in this game. So I'm gonna just like lick up the remaining side quests on my own. I'm gonna enjoy doing that. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this light-hearted adventure. And I'm gonna put the game down once again outside of like logging in for dailies. And before I know it, it's gonna be 1.7 and we're gonna be hype again. And there's gonna be something positive to do again of just gameplay. Just like enjoying things, which I'm gonna be looking forward to. So thank you all for coming on this adventure with me. If you have played through the patch, how do you feel about it? I don't really have negative feelings towards it, but once again, it feels like a long Momo patch. It feels like a filler patch. It just kind of feels like a little crumb of something to do in between something more substantial. Like, it feels pretty light, is what I mean, I guess. I'm gonna just give this lady a little light. And also, if you're a subscriber of mine, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're not a subscriber of mine, thank you so much for watching this video. Also, maybe subscribe. Thank you, my Patreons, so much. It's only because of you that I could even invest money into Infinity Nikki in the first place. and I'm content to be free-to-play player for a while. So we're gonna be stingy with what we get, but come on. Come on, if I press exit and I switch off my own camera, I have 1,528 pieces of clothing. Come on, mate. That is a very large amount of clothing. I am gonna be fine. I'm gonna be just fine. And this stand-in fairy outfit will work just fine. And I can deal with Bobo because it's not the first patch that I had to entirely skip. So I can handle skipping some patches. I'm fine with that. So thank you for watching. I hope that I'm gonna see you on my other videos. And toodaloo for now.